Okay, we'll now move on to exercise 2. Exercise 2 asked us to put a white background around the bench press and then export it at 400 pixels wide with a quality of 60%. So let's start off first of all with the crop tool, which is up here. Click on the crop tool, and this time we're going to drag it down around until it just about fills in the area around the bench press itself, and we'll just bring it down about there. Now once again you can see the outside has darkened. The piece we want is in the middle, so we just double click. Now next thing we have to do is make the background white. The background at the moment is very grey. In order to do that, we go to the fill tool, which is this one here. Okay, the little symbol there is the bucket, so we click on that. So what we have to make sure now is that the color of it is white before you click. So we go up here to our colors, and you can see that the foreground color is white. If it wasn't, I can double click on it and then choose it from here. Alright, so with the flood fill color, it fills in the foreground color. The second thing you have to do is go up to tolerance, and tolerance determines how much of the colors that the bucket actually sees. So if we had this at no tolerance at all, which would be up to 255, and we click here, as you can see, the software can't distinguish between what you want it to cover and what you don't want it to cover. So I'll just undo that. So the tolerance we're looking at, we're going to set it down around maybe 11 or 12 for this one here. And then I click onto the white background, and as you can see, as I'm clicking, I'm getting rid of the grey areas. Okay, remember now it's the little cross on the bucket is where your target is, so just along there. And as you go along, you keep doing that. And then we said you had to go then and you had to erase. So we go to the eraser tool, and as you can see, the tool here is very small, so I'm going to increase the size here and bring it up a little bit. Now the next thing you need to do is make sure that the background color is white, because if the background color is red or something like that, when you use the eraser you can see that it comes out red. So you double click on the background color. The eraser uses background, flood fill uses the foreground color. So I can just go back over that. So I go around all these little bits here, and it's always a good idea to zoom up. Okay, so we can zoom right in here. If you have a mouse wheel, just move it away from you, we'll zoom in. And you clean up all these little bits around here, and obviously moving down along a whole lot. Okay, so eventually you'll end up with something like this. So the next part asks us to export the image for the web at 400 pixels wide and a quality of 60%. So go to image size, and as you can see, this is quite a big image at 3748. So we're measuring it for the web. This is pixels, and we're just going to put in 400. Now ensuring that maintain aspect ratio is ticked, all we've got to do is click in the box here and it'll change automatically to the correct size, and we click OK. Now from there we're just going to go to File, Export Optimizer, and we're going to export here for the web. Now this is where you set the quality, and we're just going to pull this guy down. It says at 60%, so that's okay, and we say export. And again, make sure you change the name of it so you still have your original high resolution one. And I'm going to say bench press white background with just web on the end, and click save. And that's exercise 2 completed.